Imagine waking up one morning. The sky isn't blue anymore. It's gray. The sun has disappeared. The air tastes like ash. Birds have stopped singing. The animals are gone. And nobody, not your family, not your tribe, not anyone alive, has any idea what's happening. You don't know it yet. But humanity has just entered the closest we've ever come to complete extinction. If things had gone just a little differently, none of us would be here today. Modern humans were still a fragile species. There were no cities, no farms, no kingdoms, only small bands of hunter-gatherers scattered across Africa and parts of Asia. Life was already dangerous. Every day meant finding food, avoiding predators, protecting children, and surviving another night. But nature was preparing something far worse than lions or starvation. Thousands of kilometers away, deep beneath what is now Indonesia, pressure had been building for centuries. No human could hear it. No human could stop it. Then, the Earth exploded. Mount Toba erupted with unimaginable force. It wasn't like the volcanic eruptions we see today. It was hundreds of times larger. The explosion blasted ash high into the atmosphere. Entire forests disappeared. Rivers were buried. The shockwave traveled across continents. But the eruption itself wasn't the deadliest part. It was what came afterward. Ash filled the sky. Sunlight struggled to reach the earth. Temperatures dropped. Plants began dying. And when plants die, everything else follows. The food chain started collapsing. Here's where the story becomes extraordinary. When scientists examined human DNA, they discovered something strange. It looked as if, at one point, almost everyone disappeared. Some researchers believe the human population may have fallen to only a few thousand individuals. Some estimates suggest perhaps even around 1,000 breeding humans remained. Imagine that. Every language, every nation, every civilization, every person you've ever loved could trace their survival back to an incredibly small group of people who somehow endured. But how? How do you survive when the world itself seems to be dying? Perhaps they followed rivers. Perhaps they found coastlines where food remained. Perhaps they adapted faster than anyone else. No one knows exactly. But we know they kept moving, sharing food, protecting children, making tools, working together. A lone human rarely survives catastrophe. A tribe can. And maybe. That is why our species endured. Not because we were the strongest, not because we were the fastest, but because we trusted one another enough to survive together. Here's the incredible part. Some scientists now debate whether the Toba eruption alone caused this population bottleneck. Others argue climate changes unfolded over longer periods, or that several factors combined to shrink human populations. The exact cause is still being investigated. But regardless of the mechanism, the genetic evidence points to an astonishing truth. Our ancestors passed through an incredibly narrow chapter in history. Humanity came frighteningly close to disappearing. The next time you walk through a crowded city, remember this. Every face you pass, every family, every culture, every language exists because a tiny group of ancient humans refused to give up. Against impossible odds, they survived. And because they survived, you're here. Perhaps the greatest miracle in human history wasn't the invention of agriculture or the discovery of fire. It was simply making it through the darkest chapter our species had ever known.